喂，你今日飲咗未啊？
飲 orange juice？
青紅蘿蔔豬骨湯
Coffee or tea or me？
飲橙汁？不如試下飲 Coffee Bubble Tea 啦。
Welcome to Coffee Bubble Tea. I'm your host Samson, and we have with us Tiffany, Colin, and Joyce. Hello. 係啦，今集咧其實咧係大家互相認識下啦。咁樣咧，我哋有紮，即係我哋諗問咩問題好咧？咁樣其實第一陣可以講星座啊，即係 astrology。Yeah，香港好興㗎呢度，即係大家歡迎講。即係我 list 咗幾條問題啦。咁 other interesting 嘅可以講。好，首先咧，我叫 Samson， 我喺香港出世，我而家住喺 North York。我嘅興趣係睇書、唱歌、音樂、煮飯，係啦。好似以前香港咧，好多時請啲小朋友上電視咧。我係黃大明，我係讀乜小學3年班。我嘅興趣係讀書，去圖書館，即係嗰啲好乖嗰啲咧，即係學校揀完你先至可以上電視嗰啲嘢。咁樣咧，係啦，頭先講嘅 hobbies 係真嘅，其實即係我係中意音樂嘅，我中意睇書嘅，我中意煮飯嘅。近排咧，其實有樣有趣嘅事咧，我其實咧係諗到呢樣嘢咧，先至決定話不如做呢個 episode 啦。咁係咩事咧？就上次去個 farmers market 咧，我就買咗一盤 basil。咁我好中意食 basil， 因為唔知喺香港somehow 咧，香港好似多啲，即係我 expose 多啲 Italian food 嘅。咁其中有樣嘢會覺得好 Italian 咧，就係用 fresh basil。咁樣亦都係好容易就做到嗰種味嘅咁樣。咁咧嗰盤 basil 咧就好快俾我，即係唔係話即係叫做食完啦，因為剪到冇嘢好剪。即係我唔 suppose 係剪嗰啲細葉噶嘛 ，cause they're supposed to grow。咁樣咧，所以我呢兩日咧我要停下啦，要等佢生啦。咁樣咧就 that's something that's happened recently。好，下一個你哋三個猜啊，不如贏咗個OK Colin
Oh, that's what it means?
贏咗嗰個先。
Okay. Yeah, so my name is Colin. I was born in Scarborough, actually, in Ontario. That's
not England. There's a Scarborough in England.
Yeah, okay, exactly. So I'm currently living also in Scarborough still. Hobbies and interests that I have a lot, actually. I like singing in the car, singing in the shower. I like to make art on the side, painting, watercolor, that sort of thing. Like cooking as well. So those are some of my hobbies and interests. Something that happened recently, I've been just making art, just trying to go for walks, discover my neighborhood, that kind of thing. So
我記得前嗰排咧，你冇講 watercolor 㗎。
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I've been experimenting with different mediums, just trying to see what I like and don't like, just trying to find my style, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, 好，咁咧就麻煩啦 ，Tiff 同 Joyce 猜啦。
天餐冇夠叉燒包。
好 ，Tiff 先。It's an honor. It's an honor to share.
咁我叫 Tiffany 啦，我喺香港出世，咁啊 high school 嘅時候先過嚟加拿大讀書啦，咁樣。咁我而家係住喺 North York area 嘅，最繁忙最長嗰條街咧，大家都估到噶啦。咁跟住就hobbies 我都中意煮飯，跟住聽音樂啊，好似嗰人咁樣，我都會中意自己開演唱會嘅。
Yeah，
喺架車度，尤其是唔知點解講喺車唱歌真係爽好多嘅，比起喺屋企。喺屋企因為可能咧隔離有 neighbor， 你都會驚佢聽到唱太大聲，但係呢個車度唔會噶嘛。
It makes the drive so much more interesting.
I know.
And then especially for long drives, like it keeps me awake.
係啊，我都會唱歌。咁跟住就我中意睇電視係咪一個 hobby？ 其實我都唔係咁中意睇電視，但係我中意睇啲 variety show，可以 即係你係可以唔使用個腦去諗啊，咁所以其實咧，我近排咧唔係好中意煲劇，因為我覺得你煲劇咧，就算我煲咧，我都係煲啲唔需要用腦嗰啲咧。我係唔可以嗰啲咩偵探啊、醫生啊、護士嗰啲，我唔得㗎，我覺得哇，我覺得好辛苦啊！咁我睇電視都要用腦。咁呢排啊，我諗係嘗試開始執緊屋啦，其實都執過一輪噶啦，咁樣都會即係looking forward 都會阿妹會搬嚟一齊住啦，咁樣
係好嘢嗬，
係好嘢。我諗係啩，而家呢一刻係好嘢嘅，跟住可能係坑。不過 anyways 係啦，咁所以都喺度諗緊會，即係有陣時行街嘅時候都喺度諗啊，如果買呢樣嘢會唔會？我哋兩個會唔會有用咧？點樣去買呢啲嘢？點樣去 organize 咧？咁因為你間屋得咁大咁樣，咁你突然間加多個人入嚟嘅時候，或者係即係啦，咁你就會知佢有幾多嘢咧？點咧咁樣？因為我係一個都幾多嘢嘅人，所以我喺度諗我點樣 minimize 我啲嘢，或者係點樣去抌嘢嘅時候，都覺得我真係好憎執嘢。
So my name is Joyce. I was born in the Hong Kong Baptist Hospital, and I immigrated to Toronto when I was just over a year old with my parents. I live in Toronto, but I will be moving to Chelsea, Quebec in just a couple of months. In terms of hobbies, I love Korean dramas.
What's the last one you watched?
My Liberation Notes. I highly recommend it. I really liked it. Yeah, and I do follow the Star Trek series that are coming out these days.
Oh, cool.
I'm a Trekkie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Live long and prosper. So something that happened recently is this past week, I finished a 12-year journey to become a clinical child psychologist.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Yeah, woohoo.
12 years.
Yeah, from when I started grad school.
Oh, okay. 好，下一條問題咧，其實我寫完咧，可能我 wording 唔好。其實我想問嘅咧，就係近排聽收音機或者睇電視新聞，有啲咩特別 catch your attention 咧？即係有啲咩你特別哇呢樣嘢我想知多啲嘅。即係例如我近排咧我就留意到好多咧話 Toronto District School Board 咧 cut arts and music funding，咁樣咧我就係啦好唔高興嘅，因為我記得我自己喺 high school 嘅時候咧，即係阿 Sir 都話，即係要開啲會，又話想即係學校邊度 cut funding 咧，咁樣咧就同我哋即係又問我哋呢樣嗰樣啊，咁樣又要 prove that music 加分啊，即係嗰啲係咯咁樣。
So sad。
係啦，咁我就近排其中一樣留意呢樣嘢，你哋有咩咧？
呢排成日都留意呢個唔同國家嘅隔離政策嘅改變。
哦
，what's that mean?
quarantine。
哦，
佢哋啲唔同嘅 changes 啦。我諗係因為可能都真係都想翻去亞洲地區，所以都喺度睇work from make 個 trip 翻去咧，跟住 quarantine 真係我諗即係曾經都有 quarantine 21日嘅時候，大家唔得啦，大佬我前頭請21日假，我已經冇咗啦。
I know。
但係而家就好似真係好似多個地方香港啦，叫做 loosen up 少少啦嘅時候，或者係係咯你就會覺得好似可以 make 個 trip 翻去咁樣，所以呢排成日都有留意緊呢啲嘢。
Nothing really in particular. I mean, there's so much news happening these days. I think I'm just really on the lookout for new places to eat.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a thing, but it is a thing on YouTube, like where people just go to different restaurants and eat, and then you just watch them eat.
Yeah.
So for some reason, I'm attracted to that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like when I'm hungry, that's what I do, and I feel full.
我都會嘅，我夜晚瞓覺前會睇。
Yeah, I do that, and then I'm like, I don't feel
torment.
I don't feel hungry anymore. I don't know. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm following.
我唔知我真係睇完之後，同埋我好中意睇人整嘢食啦。
Yeah, that too. But I won't actually make the food.
係啊，我都唔會噶，即係或者係我睇啲係我唔會整嘅嘢，咁佢睇我睇完佢整，我就好似食咗。
Yeah, exactly.
但係跟住我就會第二日咧起身，我就會喺度上網 search。呢度有冇得食呢啲嘢
？Totally. One of the Korean there's no good Korean dramas I'm watching right now, but there's a show called like Korea food, a nation of broth. Ooh. And I literally went to like order steamed mussels just so I could drink the broth.
For some reason I'm kind of really craving Korean food these days. There's this YouTube channel called Korean Englishmen, and I think you may have heard about it. It's basically like two British people that I guess went abroad to study in Korea, and now they're back in England where they're from, and they're trying to popularize like Korean food, and they go to like different English like populations, like a school or like a football club, and they give them like Korean food to try out. And it's funny to see their reactions because some of them have never tried Korean food, and they're just like their eyes pop out of their eye sockets, or they're just like, whoa, like this is so good. Why isn't English food like this or whatever? So.
你知唔知道佢其中一個人個老婆係廚師嚟㗎？
I think the guy, one of the YouTube person is his wife is Korean.
係啊，佢都係
like a chef. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
好，呢個就係下一個問題。我哋 recently 睇咩 YouTube channels？
Oh, so many.
嗱，你頭先講咗啦，你唔可以講。
I know.
我其實唔係 recently 啊，我諗係近呢一年啊。我睇一個台灣嘅 YouTuber， 佢哋個名叫做你真係最要幹嘛？即係直譯咧就係 What are you doing this weekend？ 咁樣啦。咁咧我係好貿貿然睇嘅，跟住之後咧我係好中意佢嘅 style。我係即係佢跟住佢 keep 住佢哋好點解我諗我咁中意佢嘅 style 係因為咧佢拍 YouTube 嗰個女仔咧，佢係會佢個 family 好大，所以咧佢會 include 好多佢 family 啊，同埋佢啲朋友，無論佢哋去旅行又好。佢就算而家 pandemic 喺台灣自己入邊本土去旅行都好，佢都會影佢哋去 experience 嘅嘢食嘅嘢啊咁樣。咁跟住咧，我係中意到咧，我係會無聊冇嘢做咧，我真係開佢哋啲片咧個 playlist 咁一路播咯。我覺得我係即係不停咁睇喎，跟住同埋我係睇完之後係好 relax， 跟住我係睇到咧，我係會同我妹講。介紹俾我妹睇啦，跟住佢開頭都唔理我嘅，跟住之後佢睇下，跟住佢就會睇，跟住佢喺度開始問我佢哋嗰啲人物關係圖，因為佢哋個家族真係好大，佢哋家族大同埋咧佢哋好 close， 佢哋同啲 cousins 啊嗰啲 cousins 嘅 cousins 就會 close， 所以咧你諗下佢哋個 family tree 有幾大，咁喺我妹呢個半途出街嘅位，佢即係中途先去睇咧，佢就會唔知道佢咁，我直情係可以畫晒佢哋嘅 family tree 俾佢，覺得自己好癲。我真係好中意睇佢。
Nice.
I had to give that some thought, but when my Liberation Notes was playing, like every day I'd be looking for like more information about the characters, like replay the favorite scenes.
Wow.
Yeah. I really loved it. So yeah. JTBC or The Swoon.
OK， 我係睇近排我又係睇翻，因為有陣時食嘢嘅時間咧睇少少啦，或者唔使睇啲好多 attention 嘅。咁香港有一個叫做試當真啦，咁咧就 it's a very Hong Kong kind of humor， 即係嗰陣時睇你叫我哋睇嗰個旺夫嗰個
旺夫 production
係啦，我就覺得好 it's a very different kind of humor。咁樣咧there's something funny about it。咁我嗰日喺公司即係喺度講話。I'm not saying it to brag that I'm very updated。咁咧，我喺度講我啱啱睇咗邊條片喎，跟住有個 intern 就嗰條好耐㗎啦。因為我好遲先開始睇嘅，所以有好多 materials I'm 即係翻轉頭。
Can never catch up with that sort of thing. There's just too many things.
仲有冇嘢問啊？
Oh yeah, I want to do first impressions. Like, what were your first impressions of each other? How long ago did that happen? And maybe the next question will be like, has that first impression changed since doing this podcast? And just to give a bit of backstory, like I wouldn't say I was familiar with any of you before starting this podcast. Like I knew of you maybe for even a very long time, but like never really sat and actually had a conversation. So I guess I'll go first. Like, what was your first impression of me?
I think the first interaction we had was when we went to a camp, I think. It was one of the camps, not a camp. It was like a day event. I think it was at Black Creek Pioneer Village. Do you remember this?
No.
No? No.
Maybe it was
2-3 years ago. It wasn't camp. It was like we had an activity and it was inside
tree planting?
No, it was inside a gym. It was like inside.
Oh, yes. It was with the sharp students, and we went to the forest school or something.
Yeah, it was like some forest school or like some outdoors activity center, or something like that.
Yes.
And then I think me and you got partnered up for some leading like a student group thing. So that was my first activity with you and first interaction like that. But I think we've known each other for a little bit. We just haven't really collaborated on many activities. But that was my first collaboration with you, I think. I guess the first impression was good. Like we had some synergies. We disagreed upon a few things, but that's okay. Like when you're dealing with this kind of thing, it happens, right? But I think it was a nice experience. It was an enjoyable one.
Thanks.
Yeah.
我對 Joyce 嘅 impression
It's a painful laughter. What is that symbol?
Should I
我
be
喺度諗
worried?
緊點解點樣講，因為我記得我第一次見佢係喺咩場合咩事發生咗啲咩事，但係即係我又冇乜好大嘅 impression 喎，即係我就覺得呢個叫 Joyce 咁樣啦，跟住見到佢同佢 husband 啦，咁嗰時都覺得咁特別嘅，因為即係我諗 Joyce 都 mention 過你 husband 係Indian 係啦，咁跟住即係所以我都覺得咁特別，即係你會我唔係話任何 discrimination 嗰啲，唔係絕對唔係，我純粹覺得都幾特別，因為我都會覺得好勇敢啊呢件事咁樣咯，係咪？咁所以跟住之後我諗同可能好似就係其實知 Joyce 係邊個 ，Joyce 都我相信 Joyce 都應該知我係邊個，但係 we never work together，or we never like be close，until 即係可能係 podcast 多啲，或者係我哋之前有啲活動上甚至都 mention 過，因為識你爸爸，所以就即係會嗰個嘅 connection 咯。所以我記得啦，我有一個 term 好想形容 Joyce，我覺得佢好乖乖女，同埋好 academic 啊。係呢個我諗係我嘅 impression 啦，對 Joyce。
我第一次見你係 before 我翻香港噶啦，所以 that was 係咪 high school 咧咁樣？
我係 high school。
Yeah， 咁嗰陣時我都唔記得你係嚟 as participants or volunteer 啦，咁樣嗰次你又冇乜特別講嘅，其實真係唔好記得啦。Yeah，
我哋係真係冇乜 interaction before the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Who wants to be in the hot seat next?
My turn.
Okay.
Oh, what's your impression of me?
First, so I don't know if I have like the very first time I met you, but my first recollections of you are again like from when I was in high school. Were that you were doing playback theater at the time, and I know your girlfriend was also one of the actors, but I recognized that you were often playing the music or like setting the background, like turning on and off the lights, making the rain stick, playing the drums. So I think at that point I was like, oh, he seems to be like a quiet person who's like managing things in the background.
My first impression was probably from tree planting. I think was it this year? I think it was last year, or something like that. So it was during one of the tree planting events that we were at, and I think we were supposed to be partnered up for one of the groups we were supposed to be leading. I think, but I think. It turned out that one of the other members couldn't make it because they got sick. So I was looking forward to getting to know who this Samson person was, because I've been volunteering for a number of years, but it's always nice to meet new people. But Samson was just one of the people I never met. So I remember distinctively it was a rainy day, and he was wearing a toque. And from then on, I think every time I see you, you just have a toque on, or or something over your head.
Maybe the one I'm wearing now.
Maybe. So I have this image of me that Samson just really likes hats, basically. But yeah, a quiet individual. But like whenever I'm reading his writing, it's so intricate and so like nice to read. Like it's so smooth. That's how I would describe it. Yeah. Very thoughtful.
Kind words.
如果我而家講衰嘢，係咪好衰？
係啊，兩個講得比較悶啊，好客氣。
You're just being honest because you work with him.
又想笑一笑先啦。我記得咧，我知道我第一次喺邊度見你，但係咧我唔嗰個唔係好大印象。我諗到 until 即係到喺唔同場合見多咗之後咧，我一開頭有個感覺係黑社會大佬。我再知道佢做咩嘅時候，即係佢個 job 啦。有時候我覺得唔啱，錯咗呢個人。
Wait. How long ago was that?
Not too long ago, like less than a year.
Okay.
我到而家我都仲覺得有啲錯。係啊，但係跟住之後咧，你再真係認識多咗啦。跟住真係就覺得佢個人咧，真係有陣時咧，好想對佢反白眼嘅，即係覺得玩嘢咧。即係佢嗰種 humor 咧，係唔係正常嘅，我覺得係，但係佢係可以好搞笑咁樣兜個圈咁樣搞笑咯。呢個係我對佢 passion。
It's like a very dry humor. Like it's very, I like it. Yeah.
係啊。
好，下一個啦。
咁
Okay.
我會唔會接受唔到嘅？你哋唔好啊。
I remember seeing Tiff when you were involved with the program with a lot of young people. And I remember because the building we're in, there's like a loft where we can look down. And I was standing from the top and just watching all these like groups. And I saw Tiff and I was like, wow, she's really into it. Like you were really like laughing with the young people you were with, like just so warm and bubbly. And that's my first.
但係我嘅 first impression 就唔同嘅，因為嗰陣時係 Zoom 嚟嘅嗰陣時，係啦，咁即係嗰陣時咧就見到通常即係咁嗰次咧我係 speaker， 跟住咧通常咧一上到嚟就係啲 staff 喺度一齊等啦咁樣，跟住咧就有一個男嘅咧，即係佢個樣係少少 naturally gentle 咁樣，即係有啲人個樣 naturally 咧係有少少微笑咁嘅好似。但係咧，阿 Tiff 個樣就唔係 naturally 有少少微笑啦。
咁就點啊
？naturally 有少少惡咯。
我都唔係第一次聽有啲人講話我冇表情嘅時候係有啲惡啊，或者好似唔好，即係呢個人脾氣應該唔係幾好啊，或者會鬧人好 mean 嗰啲。
I think my first impressions were when we were doing an event I was volunteering again, and I think this time I was a volunteer, and I think she at this point was like a participant instead of a volunteer or anything more. I think it was when you were
early on.
I think that's my first recollection, and since then I think we gradually worked on a couple of things together over the years. I think from what I can see, she's very like studious. Like she knows how to get stuff done, but at the same time, you can tell the amount of care and passion she has for working with the students. But at the same time, she can also be a very authoritative, like disciplinary figure, right? And I think in today's generation, you definitely need like a mix and blend of that. You can't just have all fun and no pain. Not by pain, I mean like, you know, anything like physical, but I think it's like tough love kind of pain, you know? Yeah.
Wow.
What a fine young lady. Okay, for Colin now.
Bring it on.
Yep. 係啦，就係嗰次即係嗰個 activities 啦。跟住咧嗰日咧係即係少少落雨嘅， so I 跟住我就睇下係咪大家係咪 prepared 咧咁樣？跟住I look at this guy, oh he looks prepared 係啦，即係 okay, so yeah, we're volunteering. Okay, so we can count on him. Yeah.
Nice. I remember in my mind, like I think it was like we were preparing for an overnight leadership training camp, and it was like the probably the morning we're leaving. And there's a lot of people, there's a lot of suitcases, just young people milling about, not really sure what to do, where to go. And there's Colin just kind of like casually chatting with people and getting to know them and helping them have this just a friendly face to talk to. And I was like, oh, that's Colin. So yeah,
okay.
just a very friendly, helpful, kind person.
我又講衰嘢先，
你好多衰嘢講，
又我衰人啊嘛。
No.
我成日覺得咧 ，Colin 咧對我嚟講，我覺得佢成日都會慢一拍，但係呢個慢一拍其實係好嘅，即係有陣時咧，可能我就係會比較衝動我覺得，但係 Colin 嗰種慢一拍咧，佢就會令到我咧都係，你停一停先，慢一慢先，即係所以同Colin 係一個好，即係對我第一次見佢咧，甚至到而家我都覺得。佢係即係佢會諗好多嘢嘅人，即係佢唔會即刻俾 feedback 啊，我即刻講答啲咩問題，但係佢會諗一諗咯。跟住我就覺得，我身邊好需要啲朋友，同埋好中意唱歌咯，真係。
We should do karaoke.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
我諗我哋下次就問 What's on your playlist in your car?
That would be a good one.
Like Frozen.
I have that on my playlist.
My
too.
daughter's own playlist.
Yeah.
好啦，咁我哋今次傾到呢度啊，我哋下次咧睇下幾時再有呢種嘅 episode. So tune in next time and visit our IG and Facebook. Follow us, subscribe. See you next time on Coffee Bubble Tea. Bye bye.
Bye bye.